Hello everyone, welcome back to the Hot Girls and Hockey podcast. My name is Sarah. If you're new here, this is the show where we talk about all things hockey, the what knows, the who knows, and everything in between. And then today's episode is just going to be a very fun, but also kind of not fun, hockey and chill. I was originally going to do my Colorado Avalanche team deep dive, but I'm having some issues with editing and uploading it, so it will be postponed to next episode, which is why you're watching a hockey and chill right now. That being said, there's a lot going on right now. We are in the final playoff push. There's some stuff going on with the Sharks, and I just want to also do a little crash course on fan etiquette, because I fear that some people do not know the proper etiquette on how to interact with their favorite players or just how to act as a fan. So we'll get into all that in today's episode. Let's go ahead and get the formalities out of the way. I do have my fun little drink. I have a Sharks cup. It is not the Sharks cup. The Sharks cup. My boyfriend has taken it upon himself to start using it religiously as his water cup. So he has it right now. And so I'm just using one of the cups that I didn't steal it because I bought the beer, but it's the cups that if you get a beer on tap, whatever draft, I think it's on tap, at SAP, they give it to you in one of these like Sharks branded metal cups, and honestly they keep your shit really cold. I do have a little drinky drink in here. It's called a Cape Cod. It's like a canned cocktail, but it has all the makings of just a vodka cran, so I'm just gonna call it a vodka cran, even though I'm pretty sure Cape Cod's the name of the cocktail. But yeah, go ahead and grab yourself a fun little drink, snack, whatever floats your boat really, and let's just get into it. Cheers. That shit is strong. Okay, so let's start off with a little bit of, more of a fun topic, if you will. Playoff push. We already know for sure that Dallas and Colorado are going. Who would have guessed? Oh my god. And I would bet my last dollar that obviously Carolina's making it to the Eastern Conference playoffs. Same with the Buffalo Sabres, which is an insane thing to say in the year of our Lord 2026. I don't know what happened in Buffalo to push them to where they are number 2 in their conference. But hey, we love an underdog story. Actually, I'll link this in the description for the video version. Funnily enough, there was a TikTok made by this one creator. I can't remember her name, but again, I'll link it down below. But she went over a scene in Heated Rivalry where Shane and Ilya are talking about, cities that they like going and playing in and cities they don't like going and playing in, like in this MLH, their professional leagues universe. And they mentioned that they both hate Buffalo, which is so funny because Buffalo was they really weren't doing too well the time that the episode came out, and now, like I just mentioned, something happened and now they are going to the fucking Stanley Cup playoffs, but every other team that they said that they do like playing in, no, not the same story. I think pretty much, if not all, then most, are not even coming close to like a wild card spot. So I just thought that was really funny. I showed that to my boyfriend and he was like, oh, thank God they didn't say San Jose. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so playoff push, I really was hoping that the Sharks were going to make it. I had a feeling that we weren't. Regardless, they gave it a fighting chance. I think that this past kind of slight losing streak that we went on was not faring for the best for us in regards to making it to playoffs. But all those kids on there are so young. All my Sharkies are really young, except for, like, obviously the kind of vets like Toph and Reeve and Mario. I think Mario Ferrero is my age. I think he's younger than me. I don't know. Editing Sarah, put his age right here and roast me if he's younger than me. All this to say, I really am thinking that it's gonna come down to the Avalanche and Carolina for the finals. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. This year's season has really thrown me for a loop, if I'm being completely honest with you. I am going to do my bracket again. I'm going to make my bracket like I did last time, and then share my picks and why I picked them. That will probably be the episode after the Colorado Avalanche episode. But regardless, I'm still going to do that like I did last year. But yeah, I'm super, 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 super excited to just go through another little playoff run and see who wins. I can't believe the season's almost over. I remember counting down the days for it to start, and now it's like next month the regular season's over. But then we have playoffs, obviously, and I'm really excited for those. But yeah, I want to know what are your guys' thoughts? Who do you have in your theoretical bracket, or if you actually did make a bracket by this point? We all know Vancouver's out, Chicago's out, Toronto's out, Florida Panthers are out. Yeah. Oh well, so sad, too bad. But yeah, so that's about it for my little spiel about playoffs. And now I feel that, oh gosh, I feel that I should bring this up, and I don't know how to bring it up. So in the aftermath of, hockey romance being so huge, heated rivalry, now the off-campus series that is coming out in May, that there's been like an influx of, obviously, more hockey fans, specifically young women that are now discovering, hockey, what teams they want to support, which players they want to support, which is great. I will always encourage new people to come to the sport as someone who is pretty much like, I would still consider myself like a baby fan. I really have only been following hockey for 2 seasons so far, like actively following, the teams and the standings and such. But I would always welcome somebody to becoming like a Sharks fan, especially too, or just a hockey fan in general, and helping them find their team and their favorite players and anything like that. But I fear that there's some fangirl tendencies that have transferred over from regular fangirl activities to hockey fan activities, and they're things that just really are, they're not okay in general, but they're especially not okay with these these younger players. I'll give a few examples, just what I've seen, and then how to not do that. First things first, and I will always stand by this, regardless if it's with sports or with music or with movies, TV shows, etc., etc., etc. Do not ship real people together. If you don't know what shipping is, oh my gosh, maybe this isn't the episode for you, because I don't want to corrupt your brain. But shipping it can be harmless, it can be harmful. It's basically loving the idea of 2 or more people being together romantically. Case in point, let's do an example like Edward and Bella from Twilight. Like, people ship them together because they're fictional characters. Or Peeta and Katniss from the Hunger Games, fictional characters, and that is okay, and that is, standard. what is not standard is shipping Josh Hutcherson and Jennifer Lawrence, because they are real people. They are not characters. They are human beings who have their own feelings and their own romantic partners separate. If they ever did decide to date, awesome, cool, great. But let's not ship real people together. And I bring this up because there is this one specific ship. And if you're on the hockey side of TikTok, specifically the Shark side, you might have seen TikToks about this particular pairing. And people have taken it from a cute, fun friendship and, you know, teammate dynamic to just analyzing and micro-analyzing their every single move, every single word that they say, and kind of painting a picture that's not accurate or not there. That we don't know these people. Also, these two people are very young. They did not ask to be the subject of the shipping culture and the subject of many like romantic edits that I have seen. You know, if it turns out that that's true, great. If it's not, great. But let's not do that. Let's not try to make something that's not there or create something that's not real, just because you want it to be real. And there's so many other like really toxic examples, like go to like Larry Stylinson, or yes, I would say Dan and Phil. They're two YouTubers. If you don't know who they are, people would ship them together because they were friends. And then just recently they they confirmed this entire time that they had been dating, but it had gone to pretty toxic at certain points. And I don't want it to get to the point where they can't even talk to each other without people making a big deal out of it. So there's one aspect that I think needs to stop. And then another one, and I can't believe. So if you don't know, I think with a lot, if not all of NHL teams, they have open practices that you can go and you can watch them practice. They don't practice obviously at their home arena. They practice at a separate practice facility. And the Sharks are no exception to that. They have open practices. You can go. You can look up their schedule and you can see when they're having practices. You can go and you can watch. It's a real good opportunity to like get something signed or just be able to see your favorite players without all the hullabaloo of an actual game going on. It like I said, a really good way to interact with your favorite players respectfully and like a decent human being. Which apparently people have not been doing that, because I will insert a picture here for my video viewers. Sharks had to put up some new rules for the open practices, and it's like common sense has depleted, I fear, and we are really towing the line of having access to these certain features of being a fan, getting to meet our favorite players, getting a jersey signed or a puck signed or whatever, or taking a photo with them. We're on the cusp of losing that, I feel. Like I mentioned, a long time ago, I made a video about like the weird world of parasocial relationships, and I gave a few examples of like weird fan behavior. But players will, if they're seeing this insane behavior and this very parasocial behavior and just lack of respect to them, they will not want to interact with any fans. period, because they won't know what experience they're gonna get. Because at the end of the day, like, one, this is their job, is to, you know, be a professional athlete, and it is not a right to have access to these players as a fan. It is a privilege, and they can take that away at any point. And I feel that they have every right to, if this kind of freak behavior, not fun freak behavior, like weirdo freak behavior, continues. And two, they're people. Like, they are not characters. They are not concepts. They are human beings. They have families. They have partners. They have romantic partners. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. It's a crazy concept. And they're people. Like, and they're allowed to get uncomfortable with fans who are being weird to them. And I feel that, gosh, we're gonna lose our fun access to these guys. And like I said, I don't blame them. Like, I don't blame Macklin for not stopping anymore, or not stopping as many times to sign stuff after games in the little, like, the loading bay, dock bay, like near the parking lot where all the guys park. Like, I don't blame him for doing that, with how weird people can be. Him and Will and Eki and Misa, all these young guys, even shit with, like, other teams like Connor Bedard or Matthew Schaefer, or even, like, the prospects, like college prospects that are NHL bound, hopefully. It's weird behavior, and it's oh my gosh, it's really frustrating to see. And it's not every single young female fan that has gotten into the sport because of the reasons that I mentioned beforehand. Like, it's not every single person, but it's enough people to the point where new rules have to be made, and it's rules that shouldn't even have to be spelled out there, things that should be common sense. But like I said, I fear common sense is depleting. And there's this one creator, her name is Emma, she's on TikTok. I will link her TikTok page below, but I love all of her content, and she has been a Sharks fan since birth, I think. But she left a comment on another person's video that I thought was really kind of encompassed how we feel about this weird behavior, and is that we are very close to the find out part of fuck around and find out. And is she wrong? I don't think so. I think she's spot on. I think we're closer than that. We're really close to that. But yeah, end of that rant. Sorry, that's been kind of stewing in my mind for, God, at least the past month or so, of just really weird behavior that I have seen in person at games, but also mostly online, because it is easier kind of to hide behind a screen. And yeah, oh my gosh, I don't even want to know what's going on Twitter, like Sharks Twitter. I stay away from Twitter, or X, whatever the hell it's called. But other than all that weird behavior, again, very excited for playoffs. Excited to see who's gonna make it. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a very interesting run. So we will see what happens. And again, I will be making a bracket, and I will be going over my choices and why I picked them. And just like I said in my last bracket video that I made for last playoffs, these are my opinions, and the best part about opinions is I am allowed to have them, but also you're allowed to have them, and we can both be right. So there's that. All right, short and sweet episode. Next one will be the team deep dive on the Colorado Avalanche. Is it because I think they're gonna win? Maybe, but this is my show, Plus, I asked you guys what you wanted to see on Instagram, and that was like the number one thing, or that got the most votes, and then hockey and shell. So, whatever. Anyway, that is it for today's episode. I hope any fans watching this that are exhibiting those weird behaviors stop and learn. And once your frontal lobe fully develops at age 25, if you are under the age of 25 and doing this, you will look back at some of the behavior that you have exhibited and you will cringe and you will get very embarrassed. Because I know when I think about everything that 19 and 20-year-old Sarah did regarding like fandoms that I was in, nothing like super bad. It was more so just like looking like really deep into like conspiracy theories about different like band members or what have you. I cringe and I get embarrassed, and I know that you guys will too. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. If you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It does help out a lot. Also, I did not know that I was popping off on Spotify. I have more followers on Spotify than I do subscribers on YouTube. So much love to my Spotify listeners. I see you guys. I love you guys. Oh my gosh. If you're listening to this on Spotify, please make sure to give the show a good rating. And if you would like to also follow the show's Instagram page, it is at Hot Girls Learn Hockey. Like I mentioned before, I put up polls when I remember to about video topics and have you guys choose which ones you guys want to have as the next episode. Also, you can follow the show's TikTok page if you would like. It's at HGLH Pod. I just repost pretty much a lot of hockey news, TikToks from different hockey accounts, and a lot of heated rivalry and off-campus stuff, let's be real. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, watching, whatever you guys decide to do for this episode. I love you guys, and I'll see you next one. Bye!